press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Hello my dear students, we have been discussing about the chapter electricity and circuits. See, in the previous class we will learn about the electric bulb. See, electric bulb is nothing but a device which can be converted into the electrical energy into light energy as well as the heat energy. And also we learnt about the structure of the electric bulb, where there is a filament will be there, and this filament usually made up of a tungsten, and this for this reason electricity will be flows in the bulb, and there are two terminals will be present, positive as well as the negative terminal, and the electricity will be flows from one terminal and get passes through the another terminal through the filament, and thereby it is pass out from the another filament, and thereby the filament will be heated up, and it will glow. And this is all about the structure of the filament and how the electricity will be produced in the electric bulb. See, this is all about the previous information. In today's class we will learn about the electric cell. See, electric cell, as I told you, electric cell is nothing but a device which can be converted into the chemical energy into light energy as well as the heat energy. See, a device which can converted into a device which converts the chemical energy into electrical energy. See, there is a difference between the electric cell and the electric bulb will be there. See, electric cell, in the electric cell, it is a device which can convert the chemical energy into the electrical energy. See, whereas electric bulb, a device which can be converted into the directly electrical energy into the light as well as the heat energy. See, this is how the difference between the electric cell as well as the electric bulb will be there. And electric cell is a device which converts the chemical energy into the electrical energy, is nothing but the electric cell. Usually electric cell is having the voltage 1.5 volts. See, if you observe closely to the electric cell, you can observe that voltage will be given, and that much only the cell having that power. When the chemicals will be used up, and thereby it will not glow, or it will not allows the light to flow, and this is how the short amount of electricity will be flow in the electric cell. One more definition of the electricity will be there, and that is a device which can be converted or which allows produce the small amount of electricity by chemical reaction. See here, small amount of electricity, small amount of electricity produce small amount of electricity will be produced by chemical reaction. By chemical reaction. See, one more definition of the electric cell is the a device which converts or which is having the small amount of electricity produced by the chemical reaction. See, as I told you, in the electric cell, there is a chemicals will be there, and these chemicals will be used up whenever we switched on the plug or switched on the um, plug. We can say that electricity chemicals will be used up, and thereby no electricity will be flow. When the electricity will be used up the cell, then there is a no electricity will flow, and the reaction will be completed, and so it will struck on or stop this electricity, flow of electricity will be stopped. And next one is the electric cell. See, this electric cell will produce the electricity. Due to the chemical reaction, electricity will be produced. See, this electric cell will produce the electricity. Till how long this electric cell will be produce electricity? Till the chemicals will be used up. Chemicals will be used up. After the chemical reaction will be completed, the cell will be lose the reaction, and thereby the cell will not, the torch, wherever we put the cell into the torch, it will not glow due to the chemicals will be used up, and thereby we can say that the bulb will not glow. And so that's why it is called as, also called as dry cell. Since the chemicals will be used up, and after no more chemicals will be present in the cell, and that's why it is called as a dry cell. And see, this is the short information about the electric cell. See, electric cell, a device which converts the electrical energy into the chemical energy into the electrical energy, and thereby the definition of the electric cell. One more definition is there. Electric cell is nothing but a device which produce the small amount of electricity through the chemical reaction only. It is nothing but the electric cell. See, this electric cell produce the electricity, and till the chemicals will be used up, that much only it will used, and that's why it is called as a dry cell. And next we shall move on to the structure of the electric cell. See, electric cell is nothing but a device which converts the chemical energy into the electrical energy, is called as electric cell, and having the 1.5 volts, it is having the power. Next one is the structure of the electric cell. See, electric cell is having the cylindrical in structure, and as that of electric bulb, here also two terminals will be present. If you observe the electric cell closely, you can see the two terminals, that is positive terminal as well as the negative terminals. And see, this is the outer surface of the dry cell or the electric cell. You can observe the positive sign as well as the negative sign. See, this is the structure of the electric cell. Inside the structure there are different parts will be present, and here at the middle portion of the electric cell having the carbon rod situated at the center, and thereby the surrounded of this carbon rod, the carbon and the manganese dioxide will be present, and thereby the container will be, the zinc container will be present here, and the outer surface of these is covered with a ammonium chloride. And usually the dry cell will be sealed at the top so that the ammonium chloride will not flow or will not dry up. So that's why they will sealed up. And see, this is the structure of the electric cell. See here, as I told you, the positive terminal as well as the negative terminal present at the top near the cap indicates the two terminals. See, this two terminals will be present, positive as well as the negative terminal. See, this is the structure of the electric cell. Once again, I will tell you the structure of the electric cell. If you observe closely, by holding the electric cell, you can see the outer surface of the electric cell having the sign, and these signs is nothing but the positive sign as well as the negative sign. Sometimes it is also called as two terminals. One is the positive as well as the negative terminal. Inside the electric cell, there is a carbon rod will be present, and this carbon rod having on situated at the center of the electric cell, and outside the electric carbon rod there is a carbon, the mixture of the carbon as well as the magnesium dioxide will be present. See, magnesium dioxide is a chemical as well as the ammonium chloride is also a chemical. When they are fused together or mixed together, when the reaction will be completing, go on starting, these chemicals will be mix up each other so that the electricity will be produced at a short voltage, that is 1.5 volts of electricity will be produced in the dye cell. Based on the different types of cells, they are located or they are written the different types of voltage. And if a short voltage is there, means if a cell having this means it is 1.5 volts. And see, the carbon rod which is situated at the center of the dry cell, and outer surface of this dry cell, outside the carbon rod there is a carbon and the magnesium dioxide will be present. And see, these mixture, that is carbon as well as the magnesium dioxide which is present outside the carbon rod, and thereby ammonium chloride is present outside this carbon as well as the magnesium rod and also the carbon rod. And here the zinc container will be present, and outside the dry cell having sealed will be there, and so that the ammonium chloride will not get overflow or will not get dry up. So that's why they will sealed the outer surface of the dry cell. See, this is the structure of the electric cell. See, from this we can say that electric cell is nothing but a device which converts the chemical energy. Chemicals energy is nothing but, see here we used the chemicals like ammonium chloride as well as the manganese dioxide. Two chemicals, when they will mixed up, then the cell will be converted into the electrical energy. Electrical energy is nothing but the electricity will be generated or the produced. And so that we can say the definition of the electricity is a device which contains the chemical energy, which converts the chemical energy into the electrical energy. See, this is how the structure will be there, and it is very important. And here the two chemicals will be used, ammonium chloride and carbon as well as the manganese dioxide will be present, and zinc container will be present, and carbon rod which is usually situated at the center, and this dry cell having the two terminals, one is the positive and another one is the negative terminal. If you closely observe the dry cell, you can see the two terminals, that is positive terminal as well as the negative terminal. You also observe the voltage, how much volt of this dry cell is having. If the large one and high durable dry cell will be there, then the voltage will also many more. And see, this is the structure of the electric cell. Next we shall move on to the advantages of the electric cell. See, first advantages is it is easy to carry from one place to the another place. First advantages is the easy to carry one place to the another place. See, first advantages is a dry cell. It is very easy to carry from one place to the another place. And the second one is it is very convenient. Second advantages is it is very convenient to use. Convenient to use. Third one is it supply current only at a short time. Supply current only at short time. Only till the chemical will be used up, and that much only the short supply of electricity or the current will be present in a dry cell or the electric cell. And next one is it can't be recharged and supply current continuously. Can't be recharged and supply current for long time. Can't be recharged and supply current continuously for long time. See, this is the advantages of the electric cell, in which first advantages is it is easy to carry from one place to the another place. See, it is very easy to carry the electric cell from one place to the another place, and we also keep this electric cell in bag or any other places we can easily maintain. And next one is it is convenient to use. See, it is very convenient and it is very easy to carry and convenient also. Next one is it supply current only at a short time. It supply current only at the short time. And next one is it can't be recharged and supply current for a long time. It can't be recharged. See, there is no recharge process will be there. As I told you, the chemicals which are present in the electric cell, only till they are used up, that much only it will produce the electricity. After completing the chemicals, the reaction, then there is no more reaction will be takes place, and that's why it is called as dry cell. And it is can't be recharged and supply current for a long time. This is the another advantages. And as I told you, it supply the current only at a short time. Due to the chemical reaction is completed, the reaction, the dry cell will be stop the flow of the current, electricity will be produced, it will stop. And this is the advantages of the electric cell. Once again I will tell you, it is easy to carry from one place to the another place, and it is very convenient to use, and it supply the current only at a short time till the chemical reaction will be completed in the dry cell, and it can't be recharged and supply current for a long time. See, these are the advantages of the electric cell. See, one more definition. See, next we shall move on to the activity. See, one activity is there. See, the name of the activity is to understand the construction and working of electric bulb. To understand the construction and working of electric bulb. See, this is the name of the activity, to understand the construction and the working of the electric bulb. See, if construction is very important, we already learnt about the electric bulb and how it is constructed will be there, and what are the how it is work we have learnt in this activity. See, consider, I will draw the diagram of the electric bulb here. See, this is the bulb A. Here I placed two bulb, I will write on the board. See, usually in the bulb there are two terminals are present, and one filament will be present, and these two terminals are present from the top of the metal base. See, this is the structure of the bulb. Roughly I will draw this figure. See here, to understand the construction and working of the electric bulb in a torch. See, as I told you, how the structure of the electric bulb will be present, and usually the electric bulb having the terminals, two terminals will be present. First one is the positive as well as the negative terminals are present, and here these two wires are connected to the filament. See, this one is the filament, and I will written here, and these two terminals will be present and the filament will be present. And this activity we have to take out the bulb from the torch. We have to take out the bulb from the torch, and so that if you observe the outer surface as well as the inner surface, you can see the terminals, positive terminal as well as the negative terminal, and there is a one glass base will be present which is situated at the base of the metal, and base of the metal it is present, and thereby electricity will be flows from one terminal and passes through the filament, and thereby it will get heated up, and again it is passed out from the other side of the wire, and thereby we can say that after heating the filament the bulb will be glow, and this is the structure, and how it works we can learn. From this activity we can say that when the bulb connected to the torch, only filament part will be glow. See, there is a conclusion. The bulb connected to the torch, the bulb connected to the torch only filament part glow. See, only filament part will be glow. See, since the filament is made up of a tungsten, a type of a metal which allows the light to pass through them, and thereby the electricity will be flows in the bulb from the two terminals. It is passes from the one terminal and pass out to the another terminals. After this process, during this process, the filament get heated up, and thereby the glowing of the light will be takes place. Electricity will be produced, and this is the activity. See, this activity name is to understand the construction and the working of the electric bulb. See, this electric bulb only works when it is connected to the torch, and only the filament part will be glow in the electric bulb. See, this is all about the construction as well as the working of the electric bulb. See, we in this chapter, in this part we will learn about the electric bulb, electric cell, and the activity. See, this is all about the today's class. In next class we will learn about the some more concept which is related to this chapter. Thank you.